So, 2 minutes in. Cool. So today we are going to be talking about a book that I have listened to multiple times, the audiobook of it, Doctor Who at Childhood's End. It's written by Sophie Aldred, who has been an actor on Doctor Who in the late 80s, was the last companion of the 7th Doctor before the show was taken off the air for a while, and her character's name is Ace. The book is called Doctor Who at Childhood's End. It's called at Childhood's End because Dorothy McShane's nickname was Ace, A-C-E, at Childhood's End. It's a good pun, or wordplay. In the book, she sets up an organization, a charitable Earth, also abbreviated as ACE. She did that on purpose in the book, and as the author, character and author both did that on purpose. Welcome, heroes and villains, to Fjook Enterprises YouTube channel. Take a moment, relax, stop your bickering, and just enjoy the show. So, the book has multiple point of view characters. One of them is Ace, but the prelude character is the only time we get her point of view, and it shows the theme. The prelude to the book actually shows the theme of the book, with the prelude being about a homeless girl who is just trying to get out of the rain and survive in London, England, because it's early 2020, well before the pandemic was even a thing. Like really early 2020, I'm thinking like January or February is where this takes place. Anyways, so Sophie describes how this character, who I don't recall the name of, ran away from home because her mom started dating a creep with a truck who would creep on her when he was alone with her, and her mom didn't believe her, thought she was trying to ruin a good thing, so she ran away. And which basically sets up a big thing of the plot, is that it's about reconciling your past with your future, is a good way to put it. Like, Dorothy is trying to reconcile her past of being a companion with how she knows saving people work. It also, because Ace never had on-screen. Another thing I want to talk about this book. It won't ruin the. I'm going to do some spoilers, but I'm not going to do any major spoilers. Another thing I really like about this book is it introduced why Ace has so many different timelines. In our universe, Ace has so many different timelines because of shenanigans. Shenanigans being, well, the show ended before she left the Doctor, and then the movie happened with the 8th Doctor, and she wasn't with him then. So somewhere between the end of the first time the show was on the air and the movie, Ace left the Doctor. So the people that were doing books and audio dramas and other things, they came up with several different futures for Ace. And obviously Sophie Aldred has been part of a few of them, voicing them for the audio dramas and stuff. And I'm willing to bet she's read. If I had a character in fiction, I would read all of the books that were written about my character. Like, if I was a TV star and then they made books with my character in them, I would probably read those books, is what I'm saying. So I don't know that Sophie did the same, but I am assuming she did the same. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her last name right. Hopefully it's Sophie Aldred. Anyways, so she goes to the Doctor to visit this planet and gets where these people are being kept by these other people, and they're trapped in a moment of time. This trapped between all times, basically, is how the Doctor puts it. They're trapped between all times. And Ace gets pushed into that, and then she sees her life up to that point and sees multiple futures. So that is how Sophie explained how Ace had multiple different timelines. One where she becomes Time Lord, and other ones where she's fighting in the future, and other ones. I don't know all. Okay. I really should. I really like Ace, the character. I really like her explosive Nitro 9. In this, she's updated it to Nitro 90. But that's actually a key plot point in the interludes, is the Nitro 9. And it does help out in the story. Her bat also is a key thing. So she had the Doctor remade her bat. Her bat that was used, that was upgraded to be a super kinetic weapon via Time Lord technology that she used to kill Daleks, was destroyed in the show. But the Doctor, before she left, remade it and gave it to him. Minor. That comes up in the story. That's a spoiler. Doesn't tell you anything about the plot, though. It's a very good plot. I really like this book. But the question of how does one reconcile the past with the present and future does get answered a few different ways in this book. By a few different characters. And I think it's overall a good book, but it's why I keep listening to it. I wouldn't listen to it if I didn't think it, multiple times if I didn't think it was a good book. Though, that might not be 100% true, because Sophie Aldred is a very good voice narrator, and she narrates her own book, which makes sense. Why wouldn't you narrate your own book, you know? Well, I guess you could get other people to do it, but if it's your character is one of the main characters of your book, you should be at least part of the people that narrate the book, if not the only person. Maybe not being the only person's a bad idea. Maybe being a part of the team would have been better, because there were definitely some male voices that she had to voice. She did a good job at it. Voice actors are very skilled people. That's why Bart Simpson's voice actor is a female. But that's common knowledge. I feel that's common knowledge. Anyways, Sophie Aldred at Doctor Who at Childhood End would recommend. Do recommend. There should be other Time Lords out. I don't know if the special that happened with the Ronnie is canon, but we have the Ronnie, the Master, and the Doctor's grandchild as Time Lords that aren't trapped on Gallifrey when the Time War ended. If you've read the Time War books, are they any good? All the Time War books? I assume they are. There's a War Doctor, after all. So, I hit all the points. I wanted to talk about how Ace is my favorite companion. I wanted to talk about the main premise of the book being about reconciling your past with your future and your present. Reconciling your present and your past with your future. Like how Ace leads a charitable organization that's trying to help people around the world, but then she did a lot of not nice things with the Doctor, and some good things. But reconciling her past as a Doctor's companion and her present as a leader of a charitable organization. In the first chapter, you know that she's purposely built her headquarters across from UNIT. In the first chapter, you know that she purposely built her headquarters across from UNIT, and why she built her headquarters across from UNIT. Ace has always been portrayed as a smart character. Smart character who's very quick thinking, who really meshed well with the Doctor, Mastermind Doctor, who known as the Seventh, very well. And you get to see that in this book. And though this book does deal with some very when say rough topics such as kidnapping and abduction and abandonment issues. It's done so with the Doctor Who paint job on it, and is, as I said multiple times, as I probably said multiple times already. If I haven't, I'll say it for the first time here. I recommend Doctor Who at Childhood's End. It's a very good book. Lives up to the name of the book. If you have a favorite book that you recommend, leave it in the comments. See you in the next video.